Okay, here we are in Onshape, guys, and welcome to the channel. I'll be doing a bit of designing here, and I'm building some jet drives. This is the nozzle, this is the inlet. Instead of ripping out what I've got already in the board, I'll create some wearings and try and put those in so I can print a new propeller that will fit the wearing, and I won't have to rip out my drives yet. So for an electric surfboard, I'm going to go into jet wearing. Make sure you rename your sketches and your planes, because it becomes very long and very hard to see which is what. So I've just created another plane here, front diameter, slightly smaller because it tapers ever so slightly, but again I've got to test one of these out after. So I've gone into sketch 2 here, and we're already on the plane, and I just want to match the size of this 6.8. We're back into sketch. Center point circle, click on the cube to realign yourself. Just draw your circle and click off, and then put in dimension. I've basically got inside the jet drive, I've got about 3 centimeters going in, and I've got 1.4 centimeters coming into the nozzle with a ever so slight taper. We're done with our sketches now. I'm just going to hide the planes quickly. Let's try a loft, see what happens. Okay, that's our first little loft. You see that a slight graduation there. Okay, we'll do that one loft like that. Another loft from the rear plane, from the edge, and we've added our straight piece, so basically the impeller can be nice and straight in its housing there. If I come back to here, I'm going to just go to thicken. I'm going to go 1.5 millimeters thick. We'll live with that for now. With the inner diameter now will be hopefully correct for my impeller that I'm going to be printing. We're going to chamfer this front edge as it goes into the jet nozzle. I want this to be, flowy. We'll try one at that, I think, and we'll give that a go, guys. I've designed myself an inner wearing for a jet drive. I'm going to export this out. I'm keeping it in millimeters, so I'm exporting that now. I can go straight in here. Okay, there it is. Now we're in the Creality print. I might as well take you through a few things. It'll give you a part already there, laid out however it was laid out in Onshape or whatever program. And so down the side here, you've got a few options. I normally go for choosing what side I want up. So this will be the bottom. So it goes straight and then into that taper. Okay, so we've got that going on. Then you can add supports. I mean, this doesn't need supports, but you can go into like automatic supports. But I prefer going into your edit down here, and then you got it all like all your settings really: quality, shell, infill. Now I'm going for a density for the wearing. For the first test, I'm going to keep it at 5% infill. I'm not sure it's going to do a lot of infilling. Let's just move that up just to be sure that we go for 15 in case it infills between. We'll just go lines, and then speed. I can go fairly fast, 150, I'll keep that on. Supports, I don't need them. Materials, that's your temperatures, and I'll keep it at that, and 60 seems to be okay. Cooling, you got it all in here. Make sure you save. Go into this little edit button here. That'll take you into your settings. If you're choosing PLA, I'm on hyper, I've changed it. So, but you've got obviously just different settings ready to go. But if you go into managed, then you've got even more options with the PLA flow. This is kind of important. Anyway, I'm going to keep it on hyper PLA, and it's just normal PLA, but it seems to work for now. I'm getting decent results. So if it ain't broke, guys, don't fix it, And then up here, Ender 3v3, you've got your actual printer. You can manage the machine itself. You've got your G-code there. You can write in some different stuff. Extrusion, nozzle size, nozzle diameter 0.4. That's important to make sure that's set right, depending what nozzle you're on. These are kind of quick settings down here. Others is quite good when you want to mirror something. You've got your mirror tool. Drill I haven't used. Distant, measure some stuff. It's all there. It's quite a good little program. It seems to work well. It's already got my Ender 3KE profile, so that's cool. And then once you're ready to rock and roll, go to slice. Okay, you'll get a preview. Nothing special with this, just a simple dimple. Anyway, I'm going to export that now. Enough waffle, guys, eh? It goes straight into my folder. You can set that up where you want it to go, and it goes straight into this to print folder. Finish and open, right? And then the next step, guys, I'll be copy and pasting this into the USB key on the Creality Ender 3 KE, and I'll be printing this wearing. All right. Alright, here we are. There's a bit of a lip at the back, so it's a little bit tight, but you know, with a little shave it'll go kind of right in where I want it. It needs a little bit of an adjustment in the software, but I'll get that. Even without that lip, that would slip in there. So if I can print another one that doesn't squidge at the very beginning. There's a bit of a squidge there. It's a test, you know, and I can go in, rearrange a little bit here. Silicone this drive because it was leaking, so that's all grippy, which isn't great at the minute, so I need to clean this up, sand a bit, print a nice one of these, and that should slip in there beautifully. So I'm happy, but a little bit of adjustment, guys. So there you go. Carrying on with the board, getting some bits done with the jet drives, and stick with me, hit those buttons, and I'll be back for more. See you soon.